Okay. Oh, wow. I'm actually freaking out right now.
Hi.
It's the fact that we have someone special today. Today we have someone very, very important to me. She is like a mother. I birthed her, but also a daughter, a niece, a best friend, a soulmate.
A pet.
She is like a little yapping chihuahua. She is everything to me and more. She is the apple of my eye. And we have Josie Totah on the pod.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hey.
And you think we're listening to Dare We Say right now? No, baby.
Nope.
We laid her to rest. She's now actually at the Hollywood Cemetery next to Marilyn Monroe.
And Michael Jackson.
This is main character with Yasmin. And I'm so fucking excited for this.
I can't wait.
So just to start from the top, how are you?
I'm good. Today was the first day in probably like a year that I worked out.
Okay.
In a gym.
Wow.
So I woke up at like 7 a.m. and I went to Pilates, and I am not good at it.
Okay.
I'm not great.
Okay.
But it felt good. And then I went on a little stroll and just... I had some ashwagandha.
And just to make it clear, she didn't have like she didn't go like Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, the ashwagandha trip.
Sure.
No, you like had it at like a locally sourced yerba mate drink.
It was in a corporate ashwagandha experience.
Yum.
Yeah.
And I just want to let our listeners know, if you're new to the pod, if you're not new and you've been hanging around me for a while, first of all, thank you. How the fuck did we meet?
We met in college. It was my freshman year, and everyone had been telling us that we needed to hang out. And so we did, and we spent 5 hours together, and it was amazing. We sang songs off the top of our lungs. You had a fire extinguisher in your car.
So, yeah, that's my dad's fault.
Yeah, which is strange. But that's how I knew that like we were going to be best friends. And 5 years later, we're sitting at a table.
Yep, I'm sleeping downstairs in her basement. She locked me in. Help me. And so the reason why I wanted Josie is because I feel like everyone who knows her knows that she is the light in every room. And I'm not saying this to blow smoke up your ass. I'm genuinely just saying this. You're the light in every room. You are the party planner. You're the one who gathers the group together. You're like the herder and we're all sheeps. Does that make sense? In the most respectful of ways. And so because of that, I want people to know more about you. And I know people got to know you with Dare We Say, but I feel like that was just a glimmer of who you actually are. That was just a chip on your shoulder. And so we were both in a sorority like we talked about. Both two Arab queers. An org?
I call it the org.
The organization.
Like it was like the vow or something. We were watching that last night. We were.
She actually she was running a little bit of our sorority at one point after I left. And she did the best she fucking could because there were a bunch of white people not happy with anything because it wasn't white anymore. And I feel like you just hurting people and you making everyone understand what just means and equality means and also love and kindness means is something that people need to know more about. Another reason why I really, really wanted you on today. You can't look at that yet.
Oh, I can't even see that far away.
She was looking at my little Google Doc. Usually we have producers on this, but we don't. It's Yaz now. Yaz and Max Shepherdson. Max, I love you. Good luck editing this bullshit. You're the person I go to hold me when I have a panic attack. Mm-hmm. You're the person that holds me and caresses me and rocks rock my baby on the treetop. But you're also the person to make me like, let's fuck it. We live once. Go out. Let's book a trip somewhere. Like, you're literally booking a trip to New York this week. Like, out of nowhere.
I do love it's a privilege, but I do love a little bit of a shake up. I think I'd rather live in like a Honda Civic and go to a new place every week than have a nice home. I think that's my motto.
That's crazy.
But I do love sharing those moments with you, even when you're crying. I like to support you because I love you.
I love you. Last night I was crying for no reason. I'm like seeing our friend Alice and like talk about like how happy she is in a relationship, and I'm really happy in mine, but like long distance is hard. And I just start sobbing while Survivor is going on back there, and I'm just like,
really?
Mike White's on the TV, and I'm like,
Pat is having like a heart attack.
Yeah, what can you do? If there are 3 things I know to be true, it's A, you have the most peculiar and most fascinating opinions on things. And they could be the most random of things, but you have an opinion. Number 2, your sense of self is very admirable. And number 3,
Thank you.
you look really good in brown. And on today's episode, we're going to dissect all 3.
That's so interesting. I didn't even realize that.
Which part?
That you enjoyed me in brown.
Yeah, you look really good in brown.
I'm not really, like, I didn't know that about myself.
You look really good in neutral colors, like very warm tones.
Oh, fuck. Why am I in a yellow?
Go change.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pitch a couple things. We're in a baseball match. Imagine High School Musical. You know, there's Corbin Blue and what's the other guy's name? The blonde one. I don't dance. I know you can.
Zac Efron?
No, the blonde one, the gay one.
Oh,
Ryan.
Ryan, the gay one.
Like that is like right now. I'm pitching to you.
Love it.
And you're playing. Okay.
Love it.
I'm gonna give you a phrase or a thing or a word or a concept, and I want your opinion on it.
Amazing.
They're controversial.
Can't wait.
They're provocative.
Bring it.
They're nude.
I'm here.
Okay.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Christian Girl Autumn.
I love Christian Girl Autumn. I think it is a really great cultural time. And I think we need to do better representing, uplifting, and embracing our Christian girls who love celebrating autumn. And honestly, so should we. I love its sweater, Brandy Melville, cream.
So you like skinny people only?
Knit sweater.
One size only fits all.
I don't love skinny people only. No, I'm just kidding.
Imagine, I actually hate skinny people.
I support all body types that celebrate Christian Girl Autumn, whether that's wearing a cross necklace and having like an orange colored drink or just like a little scarf. I think it's a culture underrepresented.
Couldn't disagree more. I think burn it all to the ground. Love the Christians. I hate girls. Love autumn. Next topic.
Okay.
That was insane. Couple TikToks. Like a couple that has their own TikTok account as a couple.
Oof. Yeah, that sort of bothers me because there needs to be a level of independence there and having a shared. I mean, I do like when like sisters do it, but when
sisters who are couples. So you're pro incest.
Well, I prefer it, but I think that couples should probably just get their own together. Like, I don't want to see, unless like they're like cooking or they like have a skill that they do together. I don't want to see you guys just enjoying each other. That's like having access to like their like, I don't know, like a baby camera in their living room. I don't want to see that.
Okay, fair. Florida. Just Florida.
Well, Florida has been doing a number of things. One being one of the leading states trying to take away rights for LGBTQ people, specifically trans people. And I think that's disgusting. And I think that's abhorrent. And I think legislatively we need to really get in there and figure it the fuck out because a lot of people are feeling unsafe there. And trans rights.
And that's on period. But what I will say about Florida, and I'm sorry I have to interject, why? Sorry, why? Like the state, like objectively the state, why?
I will say though, I did have a really fun time at the Fontainebleau when I was 13 years old once. A man gave me a margarita.
At 13 years old?
Yes.
Be honest, did he drink it?
No.
Oh.
I didn't really. I was afraid of alcohol.
Fair.
But he gave it to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, Florida's, I think, for 2 reasons, it is drowning. 1, because of the climate. B, Ron DeSantis can actually burn in the depths of hell. And so for those reasons, as a shark, as an investment property, I'm out.
Yes. Although I did go mudding once in Tampa and it was incredible. But I'll never go again.
I feel like every time I'm saying something pro about Florida, you'll be like, wait, but
really
there's this one time.
Florida, which is why it's so sad. It could be great, but it's a shame.
Make Florida great again.
MFAG.
FAG. Did you just say that FAG word?
Make Florida.
GA. Please. General admissions. That's crazy. Okay. Are we next? You're going to die at this one.
Okay.
Landry wrote it.
Okay.
Addison Rae's rebrand.
Oh, I think it's incredible. I think she's remarkable. I sat
the way that you're talking about her, like this is like a case study that like Ernest Hemingway was started.
Well, sure. I think that she went through a period of time where she was sort of malaligned with these like conservative influencers who didn't really represent anything other than sort of a shallow lifestyle. Then she took a deep break. We sort of saw her almost as a victim because I think a lot of shit was going on in her family life. Don't want to get into it. It's not my business, but it was all of our business. And then she started dressing so incredible that like we couldn't help to no longer see her as like that person who was once shaking hands with Donald Trump.
When was that, by the way?
At a wrestling match in Vegas.
Whoa.
Maybe it wasn't in Vegas, but in my head it was in Vegas. And we see her as just a girl who knows how to pull a look, which she can. Then she goes to make these music, releases the music. She's hated. She's bullied for it. Again, she's sort of being victimized in pop culture. But that was because we weren't really seeing her with the right audience. She was still being seen by that like
conservative
audience.
Louisiana
and what she really
shit
needed was the gay LGBTQ audience, which is what came after her getting this like incredible stylist and wearing these looks. Then once that started happening, we see her like in photos wearing like outfits that we saw like Britney Spears wear.
Yeah.
Like the early 2000s. And then I know nothing about her, by the way. This is coming out of nowhere. It sounds like I'm obsessed with her.
That's the song. She's to die for.
And then
okay,
the queer community begs for these vault songs, the unreleased songs. They come out, they're a begging hit. Lady Gaga's unreleased song is on there. I think it's fantastic. I think she's fantastic.
But the Little Monsters wrote to me and they asked, which radio song do you prefer, Gogs or Addie?
I think it's incomparable because Lady Gaga is one of the best singers.
Okay, amazing. I'm genuinely telling you, if you did say Addison Rae, I would have ended the interview early.
But vocally, she did have the better technique. No. I mean,
could you imagine?
They're both great.
Amazing. I do want to pitch one thing. First of all, I do think the queer audience did save Addison Rae. Sorry, I really 100%.
But I think she knows that, and she also
You're her attorney. You're her attorney and
publicist, and I'm her manager, and I am her dressed in a boy.
That was insane.
Crazy.
Okay, so Addison Rae, pro. We're pro Addie.
I'm pro Addison Rae.
We're pro Adderall.
I vote yes on Prop A.
I vote yes on Prop A. Okay, next. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour.
I think it's great. You know, my mom said she came to me on my birthday. I planned a little trip on my birthday, and my mom drove up and visited, and I didn't plan on going to Eras because it was so expensive, and my mom, but I also recently got into Taylor Swift, like a passionate amount in December, and my mom basically said to me, she was like, I got you an ice maker for your birthday. And I was like, thank you, because I'd been wanting an ice maker. She was like, could have got you Eras tickets, but you said no. I was like, what? First of all, how are those comparable? Second of all,
I love the word comparable today.
I do. I'm obsessed with it. And so apparently a year ago, she asked me if I want to go to Eras tour, and I said no. And that is my biggest regret. That is my biggest regret. Because I wish I could have gone, but also I would rather have gone to Beyonce, and that I did not go to because I am a cheapskate.
You were not gonna like spend like a couple $100s for those floor seats.
It wasn't just money. It was like
thousands.
It was like high hundreds, low thousands. Someone told me, she said, do you want to come with me? And it was $2,000. No, but I love Beyonce though. I would have rather worked as a dishwasher
worker
in the kitchen.
That's insane
to do it. I would.
Wow.
Call me.
Okay. All right. A couple more. Why does everyone in our generation, as a Gen Zer, as people like us who are youthful, who have our tits are up high, skin is so Botox tight, why do we all of a sudden have a disorder in IBS? Sorry.
I have no idea, honestly. My IBS hit me late in life. I had a pretty regular digestive system, but I will say I was in DC a few weeks ago and something hit me, and it's like it's all changed. It's just I get bloated now. I have trouble digesting, and you got me these probiotics. I'm very excited to take those.
You're gonna shit like crazy. Like it's gonna start with like doing gas out of nowhere, and then you're gonna just actually have a regular bowel movement. It's gonna be insane.
I'm really excited for that, and I to be honest, I'd love that.
What are your thoughts on live streaming it?
I think if the money was right.
Actually, let's go there. What is like the amount of money that you would do to do a live shit on camera, like live for anyone to see?
Well,
What's the money?
What is the camera seeing?
The camera is seeing like like this, like face on. You are sitting on the toilet taking a shite. How much?
Probably $3 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Like why three? I would have assumed it would have been more. Sorry, because like, but it's not like just like a regular like plump of a shit, like very easy.
Because I think worse videos have come out of actors and stuff. Like me using the restroom, defecating for $3 million. To me, that's like, that'll buy me a house. That's worth a shit. It's worth a shitload.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yep.
this is a casting call. This is actually a call. So if anyone has $3 million, contact main character.
I'll do it.
And Josie will do it.
I'll do it.
Last one, or unless you have any that's been on your mind, Kris Jenner.
Oh, well, you know, I don't really think I have anything new to add. I try not to say stuff that I feel like people say already. But if I were to add something new, I really enjoy her relationship with Miss Tina. She, on Beyonce's off day, was hanging out with Beyonce's mom and Corey Gamble's and Jay-Z. And that brought me joy. Like, I just love the idea of Beyonce being forced to sit at lunch with Kris Jenner. And, like, what are those conversations? And how does that go? And does she, like, really get along? I feel like her and Jay-Z, like, get on so well.
I'm not going to lie. And I've said this on Dare We Say, and I'll say it again. The devil works hard. Kris Jenner works harder. I know she... See, that's why I think she's so successful, because she's so charismatic and she's so personable. You just know she'd get along with a brick wall.
100%. She would get along with a brick wall. And she's serving. She was serving in Renaissance.
That's crazy. Anything controversial you want to add about any topics that have been on your mind?
I'm trying to think. I miss plastic, to be honest. I really love how much it's sort of helping our environment, and how airports are starting to do those reusable cups. But I'm not saying that we should bring plastic back. I think it's a good thing. I think climate change, I think environmentally we need to be more protective of our earth and of the world that we live in, so that our children can have a better future. But boy, do I miss just good old plastic.
You know how they're like, bring back our troops or bring back our girls? It's actually bring back plastic.
That's a Republican agenda I could take a look at.
Okay.
Or if we could come up with some more usable form of plastic. Wait, we do, right? Is that a thing?
Yeah, so that's recycling.
Am I a fucking idiot?
That's recycling.
Yeah.
Right. So here's the thing. And I know all my...
but you can't reuse plastic.
Mitchell Musso, the like critically acclaimed musician...
Did he get arrested?
For like actually stealing a bag of chips from a hotel in Texas.
I mean, let the man steal a bag of chips.
Also, sorry, Texas, another topic, but you know how he came up with reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah, and I love it.
But
and I don't agree.
No, but listen.
I want more plastic.
No. I think, and the environmental girlies are going to come for our necks, and I'm okay with that. And I'm an environmental girly. And
someone's going to come to my house and like throw paint on me.
No, they're going to pretend like it's like pig's blood and be like.
And by the way, bring a photographer. That's a Vogue cover.
That is insane. Also, she's literally vegetarian, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
But I think it's so... corporations and everyone's like, this is so every person counts to start saving the environment, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. That being said, it is not us that are really emitting all these like incredibly amounts of greenhouse gases. Like it is the major corporations like Amazon, like Cisco, like X, Y, and Z, and the oil drills and the government that actually has the most power to make the most effect within the climate. So if you keep saying, don't use straws, they're killing turtles. Like, yes, I agree. I literally have a metal straw right the fuck here.
Where'd you find that?
I have a bunch in my car.
That's amazing.
I have a glass one downstairs. Do you want it?
Were they clean?
Yes, I cleaned them.
I love that.
Okay, I'll give them to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But like, actually, it's not us. It's you. You are the one to be saving the world, and you're putting that on Josie and Yasmin. Fuck you for that. Next.
I agree.
Okay, we're transitioning.
Oh, I did that already.
Okay. There, I knew that was coming.
You set me up for it.
I did set you up for it. We are going to the next topic. And here at Main Character, we talk about, the biggest part about being the main character is being your truest self. And being your best friend, one of them. It is so beautiful to see you be like your authentic self. You inspire me to be like my Leo Arab self as a woman.
Love that.
And I want to know what makes you feel...
Be more oppressed identity being the Leo.
We are the most oppressed identity.
They come for us.
It's not anything else. It's being Leos. We are
I feel like
oppressed.
Gemini is like the Arab of the astrology signs, because people really do come for them as well.
But I don't care about that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about Geminis.
I don't either. Actually, I do. Some of my best,
Yeah,
two of our
Ali,
best friends are
literally.
Geminis. And Eva.
And Eve, Jesus Christ.
And Emmy.
Oh my God.
Yep, there's a lot.
I stand with the Geminis. But talking about your truest self, from where you were when you were younger to now today, what helps you be grounded back to yourself when like you feel anxious and start spiraling, when you feel like you're losing yourself? And do you feel like you're ever losing yourself?
I think the older I get, the more stable I am. I think I place my value in maintaining all my relationships and not just all 8 of my boyfriends.
Mark, Steven, Sean,
John Green,
John
and
Green.
Walter.
Please.
But
Walter White.
Anyway, but my friendships and also just like my day-to-day of like, instead of whether it's like booking a job or making a certain amount of money or buying an outfit, it's like, oh, I worked out today, or I had a great conversation with like a family member and I reconnected with someone. And like, I know that sounds woo-woo, but I think the more that I place my happiness on things that aren't conditional by like a monetary value or something that can be given to me, it's something that I can create for myself. Wasn't it Timmy Chalamet said life comes from you, not at you? I honestly think he was right.
So pro Timmy and Kylie. What I got from that was you're for Timmy and Kylie.
I don't know what that means.
Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet.
I don't know who Kylie Jenner is.
Okay, got it. But I think you're right about that. I think it's, even if it's just the small things that you're doing for yourself, it's not.
Yeah.
And it's not like, and I feel like there's so much pressure within Gen Z and like as young women, especially you, and like with the public eye being on you sometimes. It's what's the latest trend? What event that am I going to? What photo have I posted? What am I going to get the most traction for to show up for people, when actually in reality it has nothing to do with that. It's how can I show up for myself?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do.
And then you are. And there's something like, there's a question I've wanted to ask you, and this is something that you and I have talked about. And the reason why I'm bringing up Arabs, and I feel like, oh, why do you always bring up Arabs? Because it is such a big part of our identity.
Yeah.
Specifically with like your parents. You didn't grow up with like white parents or whitewashed family. Like your mom made you hummus. Like if you didn't like it, you would brush your teeth with hummus if you could. Like there's little things like that. And I'm not being racist to Arabs by saying the only thing about us is hummus. What does your Middle Eastern, your Arab identity mean to you as a young trans woman in today's world?
It means everything to me. I am so proud of my community, and my heart aches for them, especially in Palestine and in Lebanon. And I'm just can only hope for just a more healthier, happier, free, civilized homeland on both of my sides. And I love it. I love my culture. I love my food. I love the music. My cousin just had a wedding, and it was so beautiful. It was actually, he was marrying an Indian woman, so it was Indian Palestinian wedding.
That's insane. I feel like that'd be like the craziest fucking wedding.
It was so fun, and just like, I am so grateful that I was born into this family, and a family that loves me and supports me, in a community that I think is so devout and loving and protective. And like when I think of Arab people, I think of just like extremely strong-willed, extremely resilient, and supportive sometimes. And
yeah,
I
harp on the sometimes though.
I mean, in my case, very much so, but I understand that in some other families, not just Arab families, there can be, when it's sort of not.
Yeah.
There may not be some support there when it comes to certain things, but I'm very lucky to have had that support from day one.
Yeah. What makes you feel, I feel like I'm interviewing you for 2020 right now. This is what, John Quinones, what is that? And what would you do?
John Quinones.
What makes you feel like your most truest self? Like this is like, you feel so centered and so grounded in your sense of self. When you feel like you can't have that, what brings you back?
I honestly think driving in my car, going on a road trip, like I love a solo 2-hour drive to like a different place. And I really enjoy being in my car. I think because when I was little, my mom's,
She has
I have
gay
2
moms,
lesbian moms.
please.
My mom would take me on car rides to make me fall asleep because that was the only thing that would make me nap and rest. And there's literally no greater feeling than being in the back of like my mom's car when the sun is out and it's like not shining in your face, but you feel the warmth
Yeah.
through the window.
Yep.
And like you just have the best incredible nap. And so my favorite thing to do when I'm driving is just to like fall deep asleep while behind the wheel and just like lean into the sun, and it's amazing.
Lean into the sun. Is that a new Casey Musgrave song? That's sometimes you say things that genuinely could be like the cover of a book or like the title of something because it's so eloquent and so beautiful.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
I'm more shocked that you didn't question why I fall asleep behind the wheel.
I missed that part.
Girl, you're crazy.
You fall asleep behind the wheel?
No, I was joking. Obviously I don't
She does
all the time.
all the time.
Actually, I find that impossible. I don't really understand how people can do that, to be honest.
I actually almost fell asleep behind the wheel once and almost got into a
Really?
car accident. Yeah, it's true.
I'm really sorry.
Well, I'm here today to tell the tale.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome, baby.
You're definitely driving, listening to music, going on road trips. It's my favorite thing.
I always remember, like, sometimes you and I during the pandemic, because we live, obviously, if you've listened to Dare We Say, but also, like, if you're new here, we used to go on car rides in your car during the pandemic because we were isolated from everyone, obviously.
Yep.
And you always she has a playlist for every single mood, every single literal mood that you could think of, whether it be sitting on the couch, it's a hot summer day, but it's too hot to be outside. Playlist for that. Washing the dishes and the dishwasher's broken and you have nothing else to do. Playlist for that.
I love my playlist. Honestly, I wish I could do that for a living because I would.
Really?
I would. It's very fun for me.
But going back to that, it's always like, I don't want to say like you're an entertainer, but you're such a giving person in the sense that like, I know it'd be like you, me, Alicia, Anna at the time, or Noelle or Allie. Like that was our circle, our very close group. We would just go into the car and you would always be like, I'm ready to put a song on. And I don't know where the destination would be, but I know that the journey to there would be incredible.
Yeah.
And I know
those are the best times.
Those are the best times because I know like the conversations we have feels like there's no inhibition. There's no mask. There's no anything that I need to be put on. And when I feel, and this is just something if you're listening, like find your group of friends, find your family that you know that you could be your authentic self with no matter what. And you can also mess up in front of them no matter what. And they will hold you accountable or they'll understand and make you feel welcomed and loved. Those car rides, those nights we would just fall asleep watching Nathan For You. What else would we watch? Like no matter what it would be.
I remember really craving that Kingsman. Do you remember when we watched the Kingsman?
I fell asleep. Do you remember when we watched Veep?
I would always, I
Not
love
Veep.
Veep.
No, Veep. Vice.
I remember when we watched Vice. I loved all of our movie nights. We had so many.
And this
sometimes we would just watch Trisha Paytas or
that
one woman eating crab.
Yeah. And it was just a friendship that I felt like it's so weird because it's like I'm doing this podcast with you right now and it's like you're doing this not as a favor but like to be there for me and to like support me in this.
I love you.
I know. And like it just feels like I want the world, and the world knows like the Josie Totah that I know, but also no one knows the Josie Totah that we know because no one should, like there is like there's a sense of self and intimacy that best friends have that is not for other people, with all due respect. And I just want people to get the glimmer of that because you are genuinely a shining star. And I want you to be the godmother of my kids one day. No, like if God forbid.
Thank you. And also same.
No, genuinely.
I can't wait.
If anything ever happens to me or my partner one day, like I want you to take it. This right now, like if I die.
This is like a next in kin conversation.
No, but genuinely, I'm writing it in my will.
We have like an auditor.
No, please, right now we have to put the fingerprints.
Leave a witness.
No, you guys are the witness.
You are
for real. But like I want
and same.
I want you to take care of my kids and be there because I know you're the mother that they need if it's not me. Does that make sense?
That's so sweet.
No, but like for real, like I want to tell you that.
I love you and thank you. That's very kind of you.
I love you.
And I feel the same about you. I love you and I'm so grateful for you and your sisterhood and our friendship, and not even like the friendships added on to that, but it's really just we are family. And everyone says that, but like you feel like a part of me, and that's why I love you.
I love you. And next, this is the last part of the episode. Listen, we keep a bitch can talk. What a bitch can do is talk.
Talk. I love it.
If there's one person, other than myself, obviously,
Of course.
who I know is the main character, you are the protagonist, honey. You're the supporting, the protagonist, the antagonist, and the writer, all in one, bitch. You are everything and
It's a
beyond.
mental illness.
It's literally a mental illness, babes.
We love it.
But Ibiza. I went to Ibiza this week. Sorry, no, like this summer. And
I love that.
All I would say was going to Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Ibiza. You are
Love FIFA.
love Ibiza. I love FIFA.
Love FIFA.
Love Ibiza.
FIFA.
Ibiza.
FIFA.
This episode ends with just saying Ibiza over and over again.
FIFA.
Ibiza. But your main character, you are the main. If you could think of and I want you to go so in depth with this.
Yes.
If you could think about one main character moment all in your life, whether that was in Edinburgh, whether that was in somewhere in Scotland, somewhere in Orange County, in Davis, Sacramento, LA, New York, doesn't matter where. Italy even. What is your most fondest main character moment?
I think I remember I was probably like 8 years old, and I believe it was the Burbank airport. They were doing like a competition of some sort, or maybe I was 9. I don't remember. Or maybe it was Sacramento airport. It was somewhere. And they paid you to sing, and I got paid like $80 to sing Britney Spears.
Shut up. What
Maybe
song?
one more time.
Oh my God.
I was like 9 or 8 years old, and I think that was pretty big main character energy. I also did there was once a AAA commercial, and I don't know why this comes to mind, but you had to be a professional dancer, and I wasn't. My mom forced me to go, and I did not want to go. I cried in the car. She was like, "You're just gonna do it." And she was like,
I can imagine Christy with a gun to your neck.
she was
Do
like,
it.
"If you can't do it good, like just be funny." And I walked in. There was probably like 30 very professional dancing kids who had like been on Broadway and all this stuff. And I just went up there and sort of like I sort of looked like a miniature Martin Lawrence in Big Mama's House, if you know the reference, and just sort of wiggled my body and then rolled on the floor. And I ended up booking that commercial.
Shut up.
That's it. That's pretty main character.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
So if there's, that
I
is
did it.
insane.
It's out there somewhere. I was sort of dancing on a driveway.
That is, if anyone can find that Josie Totah in a AAA commercial.
Yeah, please do.
Oh my God. So if anything, if you're not the most talented in the room, be the funniest. Is
100%.
what? No, 100%. That's crazy.
Crazy.
And if there's one thing to make you feel like the main character, whether that's like having a tote bag in hand, headphones in, but you love a sunglasses moment.
I do.
What would be your thing to make you the main character?
I love a wired headphones. It's now honestly a thing where I feel naked if I don't have, not in like a celebrity way. I guess maybe I don't really feel, at work I need to have headphones, but not really in my day-to-day life. What do I need to be main character? I love to drive. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with my car. I think that's an addiction.
So you drive it. So first of all, you're bad for the environment because you love
But, like, when
plastic
I'm-
and you love your car.
When I'm driving everyone, I feel like the main character because like I decide what happens when, how we do it, how we almost die, and how we stay alive predominantly.
Whoa.
So yeah, I do like being behind the wheel. Damn, I'm just a man with his car.
You're like a truck driver, vroom vroom. You know, the
Indeed.
Charlie XCX speed drive. Does that make sense?
Indeed.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, well, one last thing and then we'll actually head out because we have things to do today and you're not everything to us. Just kidding. We love you. If you can give one main character advice to our listeners, what would it be?
I think if I had to give one main character advice that's maybe helped me, I don't know why my voice sounds southern when I said that.
Yeah, you're literally obsessed with plastic in Florida today.
I don't know
in your
why.
car.
Okay, if I had to give one main character advice, I think it would be everyone feels like they're the background player in their own life. And so I think in a way to avoid that, just start lying to yourself. Like, I know people talk a lot about delusion. It honestly works. And like, even if you are lying to yourself, at least you spent like the past few days, the past few months telling yourself you're beautiful versus telling yourself you're ugly. So like whether or not it works, at least you're putting positive energy out there. And then also literally just treat the world like your video game. I will talk to any person on the street, tell them to do whatever. Wait, that sounds really bad.
Wait, you sound like a control freak.
No. Like I will be like, I'll just talk to someone on the street and be like, where's your sweater from? And it's like, I can do that because that's life. Like we can do anything in this life. Like I could ask someone like, oh, do you want to get a smoothie with me on the street? And like what are they gonna say? What do they do? I mean, they could hurt me, I guess. But use your discernment, but treat everyone like they're just sort of respectfully and consensually sort of toys in your play world is what I would say.
I think that sums up this episode right where it needs to end.
Yep.
That was fucking incredible, Joes. I love that. And I love you. If you've got anything from this episode, it was that. Do you want to plug yourself? Josie Totah, where to follow you, where to find you?
Just my government name. You can find me anywhere.
Yep. Well, we're going to support her through and through. She's genuinely one of the best people I've ever met, and she is family. You are blood to me, and I can't wait to exchange blood with each other after this.
I love you. I
love you.
I have it set up. There's a nurse waiting.
I love you. Thank you for coming on Main Character with Yasmin.
I'm happy to be here.
We'll see you next week.
Love you.
Bye. Make sure to like, subscribe, download all future Main Character with Yasmin episodes, and major thank you to our incredible editor and producer, Max Shepardson. I'll see you next week. Bye.